Hello, my name is Rick Friedrich, and welcome to my video on solving the why I never get around to juicing problem. So this video goes out to Calvin, who I just met at the health food store. Manager, nice guy, great conversation we just had. And I've had this conversation so many times I felt like I better make a video of this because I think it's really useful, and that's the type of person I am. I learn all these very useful things from other people, or sometimes I learn some things myself and I want to share them. So this is something just that may help, well, it will help a lot of people. I know it helped me, so I want to share it. So you ever wondered why, it's kind of like the bread maker that you bought and you were going to make bread, and then it sat there on the counter and then it went somewhere else in the house and you never got around to using it, and then it went to the garage sale and everybody's got one to sell. No one's got the time to make it. It was kind of like a fad. Well, what about the juicer? The juicer that never gets used because it's too much to clean up. It's too much work to do that every day, and I'm talking about not just juicing for the sake of tasting great juice. I'm talking about trying to be really healthy and have the green juicing in that, and it's a lot of work. It is. I've been doing that I've been living healthy for about 26 years, and juicing for a good part of that time on and off. So after only like a year or less than a year, or maybe more than a year ago, it occurred to me that there was a solution. So what's the problem with juicing? Well, it takes so much time to prepare everything and then clean up. To do that every day is a big ordeal. So in this fast-paced society, we don't really want to do that. So what's the answer? Well, juice for many days. Well, the problem with juicing for many days is that once you juice some food, then it oxidizes. Just take, for example, having an apple, and take a bite of an apple, and it will start browning pretty quickly. And that's the oxidization taking place. So once oxidization takes place, you get less nutrition out of the food. Now, I'm not going to be technical here. I'm not going to get into all the details. I just want to do a short video and inspire some people to live healthier. So when you oxidize the food in the juice, for example, you lose more and more of its value over time. So you really want to consume the juice as soon as you can. So what's the answer to that? Now, I put two and two together. I thought about it, of course, juicing for many days, but how do I do that without it oxidizing? So I had this food saver for years, and then I actually got rid of it and didn't use it. And then I thought about it, what about using the food saver, which takes away the oxygen out of the food, out of the container, and then juice enough for 4 days. And so this is what I've done over the last year or so, and made a huge difference. So I'm going to show you here what I'm talking about. No, I didn't bring you to my kitchen, but I'm going to show you some things here. So we're looking at a few things. I want to go over this. So let's plug it in. So the food saver, you can get this from like Costco or a number of places. A lot of grocery food places have it. And so you can have these bags. This one has like an opening so that you can have seal up bags and whatever, freezer, but they come in a whole bunch of different size containers. And so this is, for example, I cut my onions down, or my, what do you call them? Anyway, I cut them down and then I actually grow them again a couple of times at least. And then I put them into the food saver and, you know, lock it, vacuum it out. And then this will last at least 10 times, maybe 20 times longer than it would. Now there's still some air in there. You can't pull all the air out because it's a big container. But this will last probably 20 times longer than it would normally last. And all the types of foods that you want to do. So this is a great one for leftovers and meals. And these ones are, you know, different shape, of course. So the idea, first of all, I was juicing enough for, you know, like 4 days in one container, and then I would end up reusing the same container over and over again. And then I thought, well, how much better than to just get several smaller containers, pour all the juice immediately into the smaller containers, like one for each day, and then just put the juice all the way pretty much up to the top, and then suck out the rest of the air pretty much out of there. And then you open up one each day, and then you never have to expose it to any more oxygen. So this makes a huge difference, and you can see that the juice pretty much tastes the same the first day as the fourth day. It's not going to change that much, especially if you juice it the right way. So we're looking at here the Green Star juicer. So these are just other containers too that you can get, and you don't have to get the big food saver to do this. You can have this little handheld one, apparently will work with these kinds of containers. So they've come a long way with their seals than from what they used to be like. So typically you got a juicer, and I've started out with like the original, which was like the oh, what's it called? The I'm just lost for words right now. Anyway, I had like one of the original ones for a long time, and this one worked pretty good, the Green Star. And the idea of these is that you have these big gears in there, you know, that you press the juice instead of high spinners. So, and these ones are guaranteed now for like 12 years. So anyway, you're actually cold pressing the food, and between the gears here. Now you got to watch out little seeds and stuff, and I'm not going to go over all that in this video here because that's not my point. But this is the kind of juicer you want. You don't want, if you're going to go the trouble, I'm going to try and save you the hassle of the mistake of getting these high-speed spinners that introduce a lot of oxygen into the mix while you are while you're juicing. You don't want a lot of oxygen in there. And these are great. You can actually make pasta with these. You can end up making smoothies with these. And so you just collect the juice with the screen, you know, underneath there. And then the pulp goes out the other end. And so they, you want to use the pulp later on. And so here's a couple of points that you need to consider. Well, first of all, let's just go over a demonstration of how this works. You just literally press vacuum seal. And it will suck all the air out, well, as much as it can, until, so I can't pull on that, open it. So I'm just going to, so that's nice and tight now. I would have kept going until a certain point. and you know, it's going to come to a certain vacuum pressure, and that's all it's going to take, but it removes a lot of the excess air in there, so you have a lot more time. So what I want to do is talk a little bit more now about the kind of foods that are good to juice. Everybody's into kale, and so dark green leafy vegetables are the most important, and giving yourself some variety is good. But see, I made a mistake for a long time of giving myself too much sugar, and you can get too much sugar in your carrots. So I used to get, 25 pounds, 50-pound bags of carrots all the time, and actually most of my juice was carrots, but this is way too much sugar for your bloodstream. I mean, if you're just sipping at that juice every once in a while, then that would be fine, but it's too much sugar. Far better, actually, now I'm coming full circle around, far better to go and munch on a raw carrot, because you're getting all the fiber together, and it's not too much sugar. So it's good. I mean, eating carrots as a snack is great, I've found, and celery too, and even I actually have cucumbers and that. So our yeah. So what you want to do is get green leafy vegetables and juice them primarily, and then throw in, a little bit of a beet, depending on how much juice you're doing, or some carrots. And then you want to have the fiber in like muffins or something later on, because you do definitely want to have the fiber as much as you can. So these are just some things that I've learned over the years. I'm not going to get into all the minute details, but I just want to encourage people who've wanted to juice but just felt overwhelmed with doing it from day to day, to know that this is a solution that you can easily incorporate, and then it's also a very good way to not waste a lot of food. It's easy to just throw out food because, oh, I forgot about that. And just getting some of these containers or the bags makes a huge difference, and of course the quality of the food will remain more nutritious. It'll be a lot better for you. So that's what I encourage you to do if you want to really make a difference in your health. And I'm telling you, if you were to juice this way and have a really good diet and some proper exercise and get the sunshine you need, and avoid a lot of the bad exposure to chemicals and electrical radiation and what have you, if you try and live fairly healthy like this and juice like this, you know that you won't even give off any body odors. You won't smell at all, and that's pretty neat. So I want to encourage that as a remedy for all, like most of the health problems that we face today are because of not eating healthy and the absence of really nutritious foods. And juicing like this can give you hundreds of times more nutrients than just eating regular food and cooking regular food. So a glass of juice a day could do wonders for your health. And just as this new friend of mine that I met in the store, he lost so many pounds just by reducing his sugar intake, and also just by eating some natural foods like garlic. People could go off a lot of prescriptions and so forth, and have far better results just by eating real food. And so don't fall for the patch-up idea of living artificially and always having artificial remedies. Just eat healthy. Like this man I just met, he said, my whole life is different. I feel a whole lot better. I appreciate things more. Everything's more alive. Just because you just go back to the way God made things, and back to the garden, So this is just a practical recommendation here to make things a little bit easier. And you'll find that you'll need to eat less to actually feel full, because you have nutritional fullness with this kind of eating. And it may take a couple of days to get used to that, because you get this cravings, you know, but then that kind of fades away, and then you're not really so, you know, and so you'll find your mood changes, all sorts of things change in your life just by eating the way God wanted you to eat, and then taking advantage of the benefits that we have, the access that we have to so many foods all around the world now, and organic foods, and also the technology that can, you know, preserve the food and also juice it for you in a way that makes it really easy, actually. So I just want to encourage people to live healthy and make some wise decisions, and this is just a little bit of information that I hope blesses you. So thank you for watching.